Let's talk about curiosity. I love fire analogies, and it's the wick in the candle of learning. Now, I got other definitions for you. This is one that I love. It's a mental itch curiosity. It's a mosquito bite on the brain. When you have a mosquito bite and you're just dying to scratch that, that's what our content has got to be. We got to create something that people just want it. They seek it out. It's an itch they got to scratch. Now, let's talk about the actual name for it. This is a name you will not remember. This is why I changed the name Diversive to Squirrel. This is squirrel curiosity. It's a type of curiosity. It's superficial, it's impulsive, it's aimless, but it's a little bitty hit, but it doesn't necessarily leave you feeling great sometimes. You know what I think a good example of the bad kind of squirrel curiosity? I would call it clickbait. Baby ducks see water for the first time. Can you, Sonia Jefferson, believe what they do? They swim! Amazing. Yeah, they do. That's clickbait. You got no, love afterwards. You just feel sick, like you've had a big, massive Pizza Hut pizza for lunch. This is the curiosity loop. We're going to come up with what a firecracker question is. Does that sound fun? Because someone will get burned. Are we cool? Okay, good. Firecracker question leads to a spark, which leads to a great idea. I want us to ask some important questions. This is an important question, but I want us to find a firecracker way to answer that. I would say the firecracker way is this. Who's the best player in the world? Well, why don't you decide with your votes and your fags or your cigarette butts? That's a creative way to answer it. I actually have to say, if we're talking questions and we're talking imagination, I would say, I want some of you to just grow up. I want you to grow up, have a brainstorm, and allow people to say Sharknado ideas. A Sharknado idea is one that does not really make sense. A film that is basically a Hollywood producer having a giggle saying, what if we do a tornado and fill it with sharks? Who would watch that? It is on its 6th rendition, Sharknado. Sharknado is a terrible idea. I want you to feel free to have some terrible ideas, because you got to start there. Look at things differently, please. I love beef jerky. It's like a meat raisin. I'll never look at that product again without thinking of a raisin. After we test all the ideas, I would say what we need to do is we need to apply a ballsy formula to it. And that would be, is it brave? Is it getting you to do something? Is it actionable? Does it make you actually like the brand? That's so crucial. And is it something you're going to remember tomorrow? Is it surprising? Is it based on what the data says your people, your customer really wants? Curiosity is small questions extending outward to a central hub of large, blunt ones. I'm going to prove Alain de Botton. What questions add tension, cliffhanger moments into your content? These are the questions that are in there that you are already doing for your clients. These are rational questions. These are freaking crucial. You've got to nail those before you can actually get to a firecracker. A firecracker is one that connects emotionally to people. This is crucially the firecracker. I was at LinkedIn talking about this, and someone came up to me and said, John, when I'm having a fight with my husband, I just say, you want to go to IKEA right now? Do you want to go to IKEA right now? Because this is where relationships go to die. Constant creator tip number 1, solve the most irritating dilemma for your frickin' client. And do it. You got loads of tips on how to do that. Originality, what if questions. We've already covered some of those. Can IKEA change the world? Don't think so. Yeah, they can. They have a refugee tent that's the world's best, and it's proven. You can put it up, you can take it down very quickly, you can have a home business in it. Lego, one of my favorite brands, which we'll talk about tomorrow, they said, Krongi Wongi. Basically, what are we talking about? Well, they asked hundreds of adults what a Krongi Wongi was, and all the adults said what? Don't have a clue. They asked kids what a Krongi Wongi was. Oh my God. The kids all knew what a Krongi Wongi was. They just invented it out of their freaking little tiny brains. That's what we got to do. Joy is the emotion I want you to put into your content when you go back to the office tomorrow. Provocation, originality, play, and surprise. Get that going on with your brands now. If you got a tool, don't blame the tool if something goes wrong. You're the human. If you're going to try to catch a fly ball with a plate of nachos and a beer, it's going to end bad. It's just going to end bad. If you screw up and fail fast and leave a trail of the dead like I do when I do keynote speeches, just move on, man. Don't fret. Leave it behind you, yeah? All of your brands just want to talk about themselves. Don't let them do it. Let them talk to the customer. Let them appeal to the customer, because we're all self-freaking centered. Tell the story in your own way. People, if you're still here, tell the story in your own way. Now, finally, tech can help you be better.